Hey guys, it's boy Cryptomanic again with a new update on the market. So let's get right into BTC. As you can see, BTC is kind of in this small range, struggling to break above 22k, or even like the highest we've gotten was yesterday on a Sunday pump, 21.1k, and slight fake breakout out of this range. For now, retesting this again, but with stocks currently, stock futures going pretty high, so it's just following it. Retest this as a bearish retest and we can quickly get back to our 20k area. So for any longs, I will be looking here at these lows at first, so about between 20.5 and 20.7 for any scalp longs. After that, it's back again to a 20k area, so to be exact like this, so 19.8 to 20k is my next long again. So I've still got a long open from 20.2. From here, took some profits on this way up and hedged with a short. So since yesterday, because Sunday pumps are not the strongest and we tend to quickly go down again, fill these Sunday pumps as we did yesterday. So yeah, that's my plan for BTC on the short time frame. For any upside bill above 23k, I want to see a nice break above 22k, and then we can test 23. Look at the 4-hour chart. You can clearly see we got this resistance here, so acceptance here, and we can finally test 20.3, which is a major level for any upside continuation on the long term. As you can see, this was a demand block back then, so I want to see for retesting here this 28.5 level. I want to gain acceptance above here, and then it should be an easy long towards retesting this 28.5 level, and from there on going to hedge with shorts for any spot I own. I don't own any much spot. As I said, I bought down here 20k, some BTC, some ETH and some Solana, which are up like 20% or more even. So yeah, not going to risk anything here. Going all in spot doesn't make sense. Macro wise, as I told you last week, it's looking shit, and for things to change, macro has to change, and the FED doesn't intend to change anything for now. Rates are still going to higher. Last time we saw our 75 base points rate hike. Probably we're going to see this again, and maybe 50 base points again, but let's see how the market evolves and if macro change will come within the next few months. But in my opinion, it doesn't look like it going into a recession, so within the next few quarters. So I remember saying it back to some friends early in the year that within the next 12 to 16 months you're going to see it. So we are not too far from it. Maybe in the next 2 to 3 quarters it's going to happen, and after that you can talk about building any long-term bottom. But for now, this is just a local bottom, and if we can't break these levels here, these below 24k levels, we are doomed to at least retest this block here. So going to long, if we are getting 18k again, it's a long again. But once again, bottoms don't build like this in a one way. This isn't COVID crash or anything like that, which has had a catalyst. So bottoms tend to take longer to build. I can show you if you want, like, you can clearly see it here. Got this huge accumulation or whatever you want to call it. This was a one-time event. As you can see, this was a main starting point, but then pandemic started. Pandemic officially started here on this week. So that's a one-time bottom which was created due to chaos in the markets. But for now, stocks are the first bear market since BTC has officially launched back in 2013 or 2010. So BTC might tend to react differently this time than the other bear markets. And even if you compare to other bear markets, we haven't even completely fulfilled any of these big, like 85% down movements. So for now, I think BTC is down like 75%. So there's still downside, and my first big accumulation zone is 10 to 13k. And I also continue to say it, even though if you look at the 1 hour, you can clearly see we are having problems to break above this 1 hour 200 EMA. I don't really trade EMAs, just for long-term building positions, giving some confidence, and below it I don't seem to do anything for any long-term. We have been below this now since really long time. If you look at it, we have only got these quick moves above it for a short period of time, but since November it's been a downtrend when we have got our 69k top. And even for a shorter term, I want to see some huge acceptance above this EMA 200 for building some longer positions. And yeah, these are my levels on the 4 hour, as I said. And the short time frame, the daily started good, but as I said, rejecting again this 21.5 level and just following for now stocks. Going into ETH has been pretty weak since yesterday. I don't know why, but we got these huge apes going into it. That's why it has been stronger than BTC. I've been short since yesterday too. As I posted, my idea was going short in this area. My entry is about 1,270. So it's looking to retest it. Short was only a hedge for my long from this level. You got some opportunities to long. So whoever didn't long this, I don't know why, because it was a really good strong level and even retested 2 to 3 times. And for now hedged the long with a short from here and currently in profit too. So let's see, maybe going to retest it with stocks opening here and might add some. Going to close if we can acceptance right above this 1,280 level or 90, because you can get a nice push to at least 1,210 as I said before. And going long if we get a retest from here, and then you can take a long to 1,410. Seems simple. Compared to ETH, the EMA 200 on the 1 hour has gained some acceptance, as you can see. So stronger on the lower time frame than ETH, but now with the SO block losing some strength compared to BTC. But you can, as I said, have built some long positions and hedged. So that was the plan for ETH. I follow it. I don't know if you did. Let's see how we are going to react once again at this 1,250 to a 70 level. Exactly, that's what you're going to watch. So to give some comparison to stocks, especially ES, the S&P 500 futures, you can see it clearly started with a strong open yesterday. So got this block and then trying to go keep up and retest our strong 3974 level. This is a strong level in the past, so looking probably rejecting out of this level when we open, if we can get a push here at open and then reject probably. That's my opinion. For now, if we can gain some acceptance, that will completely change the whole fact due to the, as you can see, this level. If we can gain some acceptance, a push to 4K is really possible, and that will even mean that BTC can find some more relief above 22K. But compared to BTC, this has been a nice relief rally, while BTC has been ranging. So that's one more concern to looking at crypto compared to stocks. And yeah, that's for ES. What you want to watch at open is this 3974 level, really strong level. So we'll probably reject, and if we're going to break above it, I'm pretty confident that we are going to see 4K pretty soon. And I think that's it for the charts. Maybe looking into Solana, same, it has been stronger than BTC, because if you look at the Sol BTC pair, I can show you quickly. Like, it has been up nearly 50%, but for now I am not really looking at these anymore, because like 80% even, it seemed they have been now trending down again. So this was a nice step for going along into Sol BTC pairs, Alt BTC pairs, but for now I think it's not the right time to go long on these anymore, as we're going to retest some lower levels again. But back to Solana perhaps, it's rejecting right off this 4-hour EMA 200. So losing some momentum, as you can see at the bar. This pattern price action at tops tend to roll over and then retest the lows. So that's what I'm looking at. My initial spot target was 48, but for now losing some momentum, and if you lose these lows here, I might just cut my spot too, or my low leverage longs. So that's the plan. And one more thing I want to show you is the market profile. So quickly going over there. As you can see, BTC has been putting this kind of range. Really nice to see here in the market volume profiles, the market profiles. So my suggestion is to look into exocharts, maybe read into volume and market profiles. Really helps you to understand the market more than just simple charts. And these kind of profiles don't tend to make a big upside potential. I mentioned to some friends yesterday, we're indeed getting these. Our initial balances have been keep opening up higher, which was a good indication, but today we opened lower, so not the best. Wait, I think my chart froze. Get me quickly, gonna fix that. Give me a second, sorry for that. Exactly, now back to again, sorry for that. You can clearly see initial balances keep opening above, higher than the previous one, which is a good sign, but today it has been opening below once again. So I think we are really going to test below these levels. We got some box below. So initially, looking at the bigger picture, this seems like a simple rollover. So maybe test this again and then simply roll over. This has been the price action we've been doing for the past few months, and this seems like the highest probability. The only thing that could change, as I said, also charts, is acceptance above here, 23.5, and then we are going to get a nice push above, and we kind of finally retest here these high levels. Also this whole block here, 28.5 is the level you're going to look for a nice short. As you can see, we got this huge profile here and looking to do this, but for now I think rejecting 22k again and roll over and retest at least 18k once again. That's the plan for now, and if anything has changed, I will update you guys soon. Regarding ETH, watch out, I've been seeing like there have been many apes going long into ETH, like pretty strong compared to BTC. So if any downside on BTC, I think ETH is going to die pretty strongly. And if we lose, like we got our 1050 level, lose 1050, and things are looking really bad for ETH in my opinion. And that's this week's update. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you've got any questions, just let me know. Thanks.